You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or you can email me direct. Now, it's a Gloucestershire spa town with awesome architecture and leafy streets. And it's a great place to raise your family if you've got the cash. But what if you haven't?
Cheltenham, well known for its Regency buildings, the National Hump Festival, and its history as a spa town. But there's a very different side to it, in some parts where 40% of children live in poverty. We've got access to one primary school where the head teacher is trying to change things.
Did you see that there, that building there that you can see from the back of our school? Did you know that used to be the Cheltenham Workhouse?
People really don't know that Cheltenham is not the affluent place that actually it's made out to be.
It's really tough being poor in a very rich town, actually. This was the place where I lived. It used to be a shop, and you've got pictures of that. So there's me, and there's my mum, and my dad, and there's our car.
Charlotte Blanche grew up in Cheltenham in St Paul's, where more than 1 in 3 children live in poverty. She was a pupil at this school, where she's now the head.
I think the gap's bigger between those who have and those who have not is much bigger in Cheltenham and other affluent towns. But we regularly give out food parcels.
Child poverty is measured as when a household income is less than 60% of the UK average, which works out around £18,000 a year. Around 1 in 4 children in Cheltenham currently live in poverty. Charlotte's chatting to one mum at the school to find out just how tough it is being on the breadline. She asked not to be on camera.
There's always going to be people that don't understand that you can't get credit because your credit rating's so bad that actually you're making the choice between electric and food. Have I gone without eating because my kids need it? Yeah. Have I turned the lights off because my kids need food? Yeah. One of the things I really struggled with was that I always saw you guys, like teachers, crap doesn't happen to you because you're teachers. You're special.
You saw us as the enemy.
Right, yeah.
On a pedestal a little bit.
Yeah, and you live in your nice comfortable house with your nice cars and your 2.40 children and your nice bank balance, and you don't get what it is to live not knowing where your next meal. Yeah.
The life you were living.
Right, and so that can be really hard.
The school has a number of ways to try and help families in need, including the Red Box, which Charlotte has made available to all pupils, staff and the wider community.
So what happens if somebody comes to the office and asks for the Red Box is that they just get shown in here and we close the door behind them, they take it down and in here we have pairs of pants of different sizes. We've got sanitary towels, Tampax, and essentially they just take whatever they need. Some of our children, when they go to secondary schools and they have their periods, then they don't go to school on the days when they have their periods because they actually don't have the right sanitary products. They're nervous about things. Some of them don't really talk to their parents about it. Some of the families genuinely can't afford to be able to buy sanitary products. So it just means that it's an excuse to go to school when you have your period rather than stay away from school.
They also run a uniform swap shop where parents can drop off unwanted uniform or take it if they need. And this year, the school's part of a council-run campaign, No Child Left Behind. Each month has a different theme, and today the school is running a jobs fair to raise the children's aspirations, something Charlotte is passionate about.
We're very much in the business as a school of helping every child be the very best they can be. My aspiration was to be the head teacher of St Gregory's School when I was 4 years old, and here I am now, and I have been doing this now for 5 years. So I have got my dream job. I think part of my job then is to help other people to reach their dreams.
But when school's out for summer, Charlotte wants to know what support there is for families in need. She's come along to Hester's Way, which has some of the highest levels of deprivation in the town. Today, there's a lunch club provided by the Wiggly Worm charity.
So we're here today as part of the No Child Left Behind campaign, feeding some of the kids and the young families in the park that a lot of them will be missing their free school meals over the summer holidays. And most of these things that we're going to, we're serving between about 30 and 100, depending on where we are.
And is it just for the children?
So primarily we're here to feed the children, that's where our fundings come from. However, it's really important that the families eat together, and we absolutely love feeding the parents as well alongside it. And it helps the kids to encourage trying some of the food as well. So yeah, we don't mind feeding everyone.
Any lettuce? No, a bit of cheese.
The summer holidays is a very long time to be at home. How does this help, I suppose?
Well, it helps because it gets the parents together when, you know, if you haven't got many friends and you're stuck in a lot and money's tight, gets everybody out, get free lunch for the kids, which is brilliant because, like you say, 6 weeks holidays is a long time and they do get really bored. So we've just done a lot of parks, free things, just to get out of the house really.
How important as a parent are days like today?
I think it's very important because there are a lot of families that when you're at school you have your meals, and obviously children from year 3 and below, it's all free school meals. So a lot of parents haven't got the funds to feed their children all through the holidays. So this is an amazing thing for parents who, you know, are finding it hard and trying to balance daily life. So yeah, this is amazing what they're doing.
And I suppose in the playground you see friends daily as well.
Yeah.
And when that is taken away from you, it can be quite lonely.
Yes, it is very lonely. Yes, it's very reclusive if you haven't got a network of friends that all live very close by, or on transport as well. It's all costly. So yeah, this is only up the road from all of us. We've all just walked and popped along for the day, and yeah, it makes a huge difference to people's lives. Huge.
Aside from charities, Charlotte wants to know what local businesses are doing to support young people growing up in poverty. We contacted some of Cheltenham's well-known companies like Superdry, Cheltenham Racecourse and GE Aviation. Many of them weren't aware of the No Child Left Behind campaign, and some didn't even respond to our request. But Jess Earle, who runs a small beauty business in the town, is trying to make a difference.
I went to a pretty grim school, and I left with no GCSEs and an expulsion. For me, I knew that I needed an investor to open this store. There's no way I could have ever afforded, you know, even a brick of this store. So I put myself in a position where I could pitch to people with funds to invest. And by doing that, I was a cleaner, a massage therapist, I packed sandwiches, and I did whatever I could to put myself in the position to make the opportunities happen.
What do you do for some of these children who aren't from these affluent homes?
Well, first of all, I'm a mentor for a lot of young people in Cheltenham, and actually the surrounding areas as well. And by mentoring, it's not just about beauty therapy and my business specifically, but it is about raising your aspirations and kind of going for what you believe in and how to get there.
Charlotte is now planning to invite Jess to the school to inspire the children. But she'd like to see more companies in the town helping.
I'm waiting for the whole of Cheltenham to get behind it, really. It's a really important campaign because people really don't know that Cheltenham is not the affluent place that actually it's made out to be.
We really do need more Charlottes in this world, don't you think? Right, for our